I grew up in a council house. The first thing that I ever wanted was my own room. I shared a room with my brother. It was a bunk bed and it was kind of shit. Wasn't happy with it. Wasn't a lot of space and I wanted my own space. I wanted to do my own stuff and I couldn't because my family couldn't afford it. Simple as that. I did eventually move out and I did eventually get my own room, and one of the reasons I believe that I worked so hard in the last 2 years is because of the necessity that I had in my head. Nothing is actually necessary, but when you have the necessity, and what I mean by necessity, the actual need to do something, you're going to do it. So because I didn't grow up with a lot of money, whenever I left the house, when I started working, I decided, you know what, I'm going to get another job. I'm going to get more skills. From that, I started my own business and I worked the hardest I ever had in that business. And the necessity of, okay, I grew up in a council house. I never had those things that I wanted that other people had. That then pushed me to work harder. It pushed me to show up for myself. It pushed me to, when I didn't want to hit a gym session, to go to the gym because I knew how it would make me feel and the energy it would give me. When I didn't want to eat my meals and I wanted to eat shit, it made me say no because I knew how I would feel again and how that would relate to business success. Mind the background noise. We are in public at the moment, so there's kids shouting, but we'll leave them to it. It made me show up for myself because I had a need that was deeper than me. It went beyond me. It went beyond the surface level. And the surface level of your goal could be, okay, I just want to lose a wee bit of fat. I just want to be more productive. I just want a bit more energy. If you have surface level goals, you're getting nowhere. You need to go deep. You need to ask yourself why. Why do I want to lose fat? Why do I want to start a business? Why do I want to make a lot of money? If you don't know, you're not going to show up. And whenever the choice comes to do either the hard thing that's going to deliver a result down the line or the easy thing that's going to make you feel decent straight away, you're always going to do the easy thing. And the easy thing could be eating the cookie. The easy thing could be sleeping in. The easy thing could be scrolling. You're always going to make the easy choice that isn't going to serve you if you don't have a deeper meaning. And it's built into us as humans to improve. We didn't just accidentally discover fire. We didn't just accidentally invent the light bulb. Even when we were first born, you come out of your mother, you learn to crawl, then you learn to walk, then you learn to run, and then you start playing sports. And that's because of that need to improve. It's that need to get better, and it's that need to develop. So why, as adults, did we just decide, you know what, I'm just going to coast through life. I'm just not going to improve. I'm just not going to focus on myself. I'm just not going to focus on getting better. Why did that disappear? Play the game of life. The game of building the best version of you. The game of going to the gym and beating your lifts. The game of, could be posting videos. That's a very fun game I love to play. Could be the game of business. One of the funnest games that I play. Make it easy. Simplify it down like you're a child. If you want to start a business, make it fun. If you want to post on social media, make it fun. If you want to go to the gym, make it fun. Simple as that. Make it fun. Also have a deeper reason behind why you're doing what you need to do, and that deeper reason could be, I want to serve my parents. I want to retire my parents. I want to give them money to go away and go on a holiday. I was speaking to a client on the weekend. We were at a client event in Edinburgh. It was an international event. We had a few beers and he opened up about how the reason he works so hard is in his business is because he grew up without a dad, and he grew up seeing his mum not have a lot of money and his family not have a lot of money, and his mum worked extremely hard, and he wants to be able to give back, so he shows up for himself every single day because of that simple reason, but that deep meaningful and important reason in that mission. Make it a mission. Make it a game. Make it fun. You'll show up for yourself. Is it do you want to improve yourself so you can have more energy, so you can improve your relationship, so you can have a better sex life? Sorry, I'm just checking my mic. So you can have a better sex life? That's more than enough to do shit. Is it so you can lift your friends up, so your friends become better people too, so you can improve them? Is it to show people in your hometown what's possible? Is it to show people in your county what's possible? Is it to show your country what's possible? How big do you want your impact to be? Make your goal impactful. Make your goal bigger than it is now. Don't make it, I want to lose a wee bit of body fat. Don't make it, I want to just get a wee bit more energy. Make it, I want to build myself to be in the best shape possible and build myself to be in the best mindset possible, so I can show my home friends who have always been lazy bums what they can do, and in turn inspire them to make a change, which in turn will fulfill me. I want to make a bunch of money so I can serve my parents. I want to make a bunch of money so I can be there for my brothers and my sisters if they're having a hard time, so I can support them. Make it as deep as possible, and if it's not deep and you are actively aware that you're not showing up for yourself and you're not ticking the boxes that you need to tick, that's on you, because you haven't made your goal deep enough. So make your goal deep. Think about your backstory, think about your childhood. What did you always want? When did you perform at your best, and when did you perform at your worst? When were you your laziest? You need to be active about all this. You need to reflect on all this. You need to assess everything. Not everything. Basically, what I mean is you need to reflect and review every single week. When you do that, you don't just coast, you don't just go in circles, you instead review. Okay, did I do this? Did I do that? Did I make my promises to myself last week? Why didn't I? What promises do I want to make to myself this week? What do I want those promises to deliver? What's the outcome that I want? And then review, assess, accountability, very important. I'm going to call this here. Key takeaways: don't have a surface level goal. Make it as deep as possible. Preferably have it so it impacts other people, because that's when you're going to show up the hardest, and that's when you're going to boss that shit. That's when you're going to show up as the main character, because you're there to help others. And gamify it, give it a story. Everyone loves to listen to a story or watch a story. Live the story. Make the journey fun. That's what I did. That's why you'll see on social media I have a fucking sword. Why all the events I make as fun as possible for my clients. It's why I don't take myself too seriously, because when I make self-improvement, when I make business, when I make mindset, when I make it fun, I want to do it. And I have the mission to serve. Simple as. Gonna call it there. If you do not know your mission, I'm going to make a separate podcast on how to actually build out your mission, how to look at yourself, how to reflect on your own past and plan for the future to then build a mission that's you can serve. So make sure you're following this podcast, because it's going to be amazing. And if this has been useful, shoot me a message on Instagram, let me know what your key takeaways are, because how many people listen to podcasts like this? A lot. How many self-improvement podcasts have you listened to, or videos have you watched telling you what to do? Probably a lot. But what's not important is the information that you get from this. What is important is what you do after you listen to this, what you implement. So text me over what you're going to implement, so I can actually see that you're going to move forward off this. And that's pretty much it. It's time to dial in, and I'll see you at the next one. Oh, Merry Christmas as well.